Twitch's Arrow is currently in the lead, followed closely by ARFAL and Miss Stone 149 in second place, with Duff Dead and Wolksy B trailing behind in third. Susan Greenberg and Baker Geroning make a swift move, passing 4 cars to secure P9. Koki Beninity and Edelbock are on fire, overtaking 5 cars to claim 10. Darth Blazer and Electric Ray show their skills, overtaking 6 cars to grab P11. Airfail and Milestone 149 in Opel Commodore are challenging Rizaldi Adha and Sirironbot in Chevrolet Corvette C3 for the 3rd position. Simple Markers and Tower Fitness in a Chevrolet Corvette C3 are battling Koki Bainiti and Edelbock in a Plymouth Barracuda for 8th place. Hobby the 3 and Lyriki Aloe have progressed to 12th, passing Darth Blazer and Electric Murray. Simple Markers and Tower Fitness are fighting Koki Baninity and Edelbock for the 8th spot, with Corvette C3 against Plymouth Barracuda. Waintra 94 and Etru Ryvern have climbed to 19th, passing Gary Z. They're now in a tight race for the 19th position, with Cheetah GT against Ferrari 365 GTB for Daytona. ARFAL and Miss Stone 149 make a strong move into 2nd place, passing Doof Dad and Woke CB. They're now locked in a battle for that runner-up spot. Susanne Greenberg and Baker Geroni are on the rise as well, climbing to 9th after overtaking Koki Beninity and Edelbock. Bobardo and Swords are now in a tight battle with Rizaldi Ada and Sirironbot for the 5th position. Meanwhile, Gary Z has made progress, surpassing EU's John 7 and Kazashuk to claim the 18th spot. Bobardo, Swords, Rizaldi Adha and Sirironbot are fiercely contesting the 5th position. On another front, Darth Blazer and Electric Murray in a BMW CSL 3.5 are battling it out with Neotexum and Amy in a Porsche 911 Carrera RSSR 3 for the 11th spot. Lastly, EU's John 7, Kazishok, Nira Soul, and Kamikaze 38 are engaged in a tight race for the 20th place. Sidrak and Super Lacroix are now in third place after overtaking Duffdad and Walk CBD Detour. Simplamarker's Terra Fitness Kokibininity and Edelbach are fighting for the 9th position. Simplamarkers and Terra Fitness are in a Chevrolet Corvette C3, while Kokibinity and Edelbach are driving a Plymouth Barracuda. Bobardo and Swords making a strong move up to 5, passing Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironball. Jasek 72 and Twix 560 are locked in a tight battle with Koki Baninity and Edelbach for Pate. It's a Corvette C3 versus a Plymouth Barracuda showdown on the track. Rizaldi Adha, Sir Ironbot, Bobardo and Swords are jostling for the 5th position. Bobardo and Swords are also in a scrap with Susan Greenberg and Baker Jorane for 6th place with their respective Corvette C3 and Chevrolet Camaro 69. Simplamarkers and Terra Fitness have made gains, climbing to 9th after passing Koki Binity and Edelbach. Simplamarkers and Terra Fitness have made a move up to 9th place, surpassing Koki Bininity and Edelbach. Darth Blazer and Electric Marie are fighting it out with Greninja and Mihawk's Julika for the 12th position. In another close battle, Gary Z and Decadur Snake are currently vying for 17th place. Grinieb and Mihawk's Julika have advanced to the 11th place, passing Neotexum and Amy in the process. Meanwhile, Decadur from Racing Potatoes has climbed up to 17th, overtaking Gary Z. Currently, there's a tight competition between Decadur Snake and Gary Z for the 17th position. Simplamarkers and Terra Fitness are now in 9th place after overtaking Koki Beninity and Edelbach. Gary Z has made significant progress, climbing to 17th place by surpassing Decadur Snake. Currently, Gary Z and Decadur Snake are fiercely competing for the 17th position. Gary Z is making moves, climbing up to 17th place by overtaking Decadur Snake. Rizaldi Adha, Sir Ironbot, Jasak 72, and Twix 560 are engaging in a tight battle for the 5th position. Rizaldi Adha, Sir Ironbot, Jasak 72, and Twix 560 are currently engaged in a lively battle for the 5th position on the track. John 7 and Kazashuk have now advanced to 18th place, successfully passing Dakota Snake in a thrilling battle for position. It's a close contest between John 7 and Kazashuk in the BMW M1 Pro Car and Dakota Snake in the Ferrari 365 GTB for Daytona from Team Racing Potatoes. Duff Dad and Wauk CB are neck and neck with Jasak 72 and Twix 560 in an intense battle for 4th place. Both teams are driving a Holden Torana Aninex and a Chevrolet Corvette C3 respectively. Jasak 72, Twix 560, Rizaldi Adha, and Sir Ironbot are fiercely contesting for the 5th position. Meanwhile, Bobardo, Sword, Simple Markers and Terra Fitness are locked in a tight battle for the 8th spot. The competition is heating up as these drivers jockey for position on the track. Jasak 72, Twix 560, Rizaldi Adha, and Sarimbot are fighting for the 5th spot. One Serious Guy and Lukembokem are catching up to Hugger 3 and Lariki Olo, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Nira Sol and Kamikaze 38 are closing in on Waintra 94 and Atroivern, shrinking the distance by 2.9 seconds. Susanna Greenberg and Baker Girone are fiercely contesting Pate, both in Chevrolet Camaro 69. Meanwhile, Bobardo and Swords are also in the mix, driving a Chevrolet Corvette C3, adding to the excitement in this cluster of cars. Susanna Greenberg and Baker Girone are now in 4th place, after overtaking 4 cars. Cedric and Super Lacroix have dropped to 10th position, losing 7 places. Duff Dad and Wout CB are now in 3rd place, after passing Susan Greenberg and Baker Girone. Darth Blazer and Electromurray make a strong move, overtaking 5 cars to claim 7th place. Bobardo and Swords also show impressive progress, moving up to 8th after overtaking 5 cars. Neotexum and Amy advance to 6th position, surpassing Darth Blazer and Electromurray in the process. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are making significant progress, catching up to Winzerius Guy and Nukemboken, reducing the gap by 31.9 seconds. Meanwhile, Hugud 3, Lariki Alo, Jasak 72, and Twix 560 are fiercely battling for the 16th position, with Huggard 3 and Lariki Alo in a Shelby Cobra 427 SC, and Jasek 72 and Twix 560 in a Chevrolet Corvette P3. Wunzirius Guy and Nukemba King have advanced to 18th place, successfully overtaking Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot. Neo-Texan and Amy are in a tight race with Darth Blazer and Electric Mary for the 6th position. Neo-Texan and Amy are in a Porsche 911 Carrera RSR3, while Darth Blazer and Electric Mary are in a BMW CSL 3.5. Meanwhile, Wunzirius Guy, Nukembakum, Rizaldi Adha, and Sir Ironbot are battling it out for the 18th spot. Wunzirius Guy and Nukembakum are in a Ferrari 365 GTB for Daytona, while Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are in a Chevrolet Corvette C3. Oh no, Mama Hasta and Amin-san, sounds like you both encountered some unexpected challenges in the game. Sometimes those bugs just sneak up on us, but hopefully the next race will go smoother for you both. Aenafael and Mystone 149 now lead the pack after overtaking Buchizero. Simple Markers and Terra Fitness climbed to 10th place, surpassing EU's John 7 and Kazashuk. Bringing Jeb and the Hoxtulak are gaining on Waintra 94 and Etra Rayron, reducing the distance by 2.2 seconds. Ayafael and Mystone 149 are making a strong move, catching up to Sidric and Super Lacroix by reducing the gap by 14.6 seconds. The latter duo has now moved up to 2nd place after overtaking Ayafael and Mystone 149. However, Ayafael and Mystone 149 are not giving up, as they continue to reel in Sidric and Super Lacroix by closing the gap, once again, by 14.6 seconds. Darth Blazer and Electric Murray are making a strong move, catching up to Huggard 3 and Luriki Alo with a 26.2 second reduction in gap. Wazirius Guy and Nakemba Kemba are charging through the field, overtaking 4 cars to secure 15th place. Dakida Snake is also on the move, closing in on Nira Sol and Kamikaze 38 with an 8.5 second gap decrease. Neo-Texum and Amy, along with Barbado and Swords, are fighting for the 5th position. Neo-Texum and Amy are in a Porsche 911 Carrera RSS3, while Barbado and Swords are in a Chevrolet Corvette C3. Another close battle is happening for 6th place between Barbado and Swords in the Chevrolet Corvette C3 and Koki Beninity and Edelbach in the Plymouth Barracuda. In a remarkable move, Decada Snake has climbed to 20th place, passing Mirasol and Kamikaze 38. Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness are gaining on Neo-Texum and Amy, reducing the distance by 2.4 seconds. Jasak 72 and Twix 560 have advanced to 10th place, passing Greninjib and Mihawk Julika. Rizaldi Ada and Sirarimbot have climbed to 13th place, overtaking Darth Blazer and Electric Murray. Pugad 3 and Lariki Alo are fighting it out with Rizaldi Adha and Sirarimbot for the 12th position. Pugad and Lariki Alo are in a Shelby Cobra 427 SE, while Rizaldi Adha and Sirarimbot are driving a Chevrolet Corvette C3. Jasak 72 and Twix 560 have smoothly maneuvered their way up to 9th place, successfully passing Neo-Texum and Amy in the process. Neo-Texum and Amy are making gains on Greninja and Mihawk's Julika, reducing the gap by 6.2 seconds. Hugo 3 and Lariki are swiftly catching up to Neo-Texum and Amy, closing in by 26.8 seconds. Neo-Texum and Amy continue to close in on Greninja and Mihawk X Julika, now reducing the gap by 6.2 seconds. Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness have advanced to 7th place, surpassing Susan Greenberg and Baker Joring. They are now locked in a battle for that spot. Meanwhile, Naibi and Maya are competing fiercely with Wayne Trinanti 4 and a Trivan for the 18th position on the track. Susanne Greenberg and Baker Jorani have advanced to 7, surpassing Simple Markers and Terra Fitness. Cedric and Super Lacroix are neck and neck with Irafiel and Mystone 149 for P22. A tight race there. Meanwhile, Koki Beninidine and Edelbach are fighting Simple Markers and Terra Fitness for the 7th spot. The Plymouth Barracuda and Chevrolet Corvette C3 battle is getting intense. Neo Texum and Amy are ducking it out with Rizaldi Audaha and Sir Ironbot for the 12th position. It's a Porsche 911 Carrera RSR SR3 versus Chevrolet Corvette C3 showdown at the moment. Let's see who comes out ahead in this tight battle. Neo Texum and Amy are currently engaged in a close battle for 13th place, both driving a Porsche 911 Carrera RSAR3. Meanwhile, Darth Blazer and Electric Murray in a BMW CSL 3.5 are right there with them. Additionally, Nida and Maya have made some impressive moves, advancing to 18th position by overtaking Wayne Trin 94 and Itru Raven. Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Joran now in 4th place, passing Cedric and Super Lacroix. Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness now in 6th, surpassing Barbado and Swords, Jasak 72, and Twix 560. Now in 8th, overtaking Kokiba 90 and Edelbach. Darth Blazer and Electric Murray have surged through the pack, passing 6 cars to secure the 8th position. Meanwhile, Neo Texum and Amy have also made significant progress, overtaking 4 cars to claim 9th place. Impressively, Darth Blazer and Electric Murray have now advanced to 8th, moving past Neo Texum and Amy in the process. Wayne Trin 94 and Itrivern are on the move, gaining ground by overtaking 4 cars to secure 13th place. Unfortunately, Gary Z is facing challenges, dropping back 6 positions to 19th. The dynamic duo continues their impressive run, advancing to 13th by surpassing Hugged 3 and Naroki Elo in a swift manner. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot have advanced to 15th place, surpassing Naibi and Maya in the process. Jasak 72 and Twix 560 are gaining on Neo Texum and Amy, reducing the difference by 2.5 seconds. Rizaldiada and Sir Ironbod have advanced to 14th place, surpassing Hug Free and Lariki Alo in the process. AR Fail and Mistone 149 have surged to second place, smoothly passing Duffdad and Woxy B2RT. On another front, Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot have climbed to 13th place, leaving Waintra 94 and a Truveran behind. It's a gripping showdown for the 13th spot between Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot in their Chevrolet Corvette C3, and Waintra 94 and a Truveran in a Cheetah GT. Neo-Texum and Amy are fiercely battling it out with Jussac 72 and Twix 560 for the 9th position. It's a Porsche 911 Carrera RSR3 against a Chevrolet Corvette C3 showdown. Neo-Texum in the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR3 is fiercely contesting with Amy for the 9th position, while Jussac 72 and Twix 560 are determined in their Chevrolet Corvette C3. Renninjeb and Neokad Stulaker have made a strong move to claim the 11th position by overtaking used John 7 and Kazisha. It's now a heated battle between these two pairs for the 11th spot. Renninjeb and Mihawk Stulaker are in a Plymouth Barracuda, while Uyus John 7 and Kazishuk are racing in a BMW Mun Pro car. Decoder Snake is closing in on Nira Sol and Kamikaze 38, reducing the gap by 29.4 seconds. Darth Blazer and Electric Marie are doing Jussac 72 and Twix 560 for the 8th position. Darth Blazer and Electric Marie are in a BMW CSL 3.5, while Jussac 72 and Twix 560 are in a Chevrolet Corvette C. Let's see who comes out on top in this tight race. Airafae and Mistone 149 have seized the lead, surpassing Butcher Zero for the prime spot in the race. Butcher Zero takes the lead by overtaking Airafael and Mistone 149. Duffdat and Welxy B are on the move, narrowing the gap by 11.4 seconds. Ayafae and Mistone 149 swiftly advanced to second place, surpassing Cedric and Super Lacroix. Cedric and Super Lacroix now in third, after overtaking Duffdad and Waxy B DT. Nira Sol, Kamikaze 38, and Dakota Snake are entangled in a competitive duel for the 19th position. Jassat 72 and Twix 560 are rapidly catching up to Susan Greenberg and Baker Jory, reducing the difference by 30.5 seconds. Reningep and Mihawk Gizdulaker have advanced to 10th place, passing Darth Blazer and Electromiri in the process. Darth Blazer and Electromiri are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Rizaldi Ada and Sir Ironbot by 9.4 seconds. One Serious Guy and Nukembukim are on the move, advancing to 15th place by overtaking Waintra 94 and Atrevran. Waintra 94 and Atrevran are making a swift move towards Gary Z from Team No Name Racing, significantly reducing the gap by 7.6 seconds. Reningep and Mihawk Gizdulaker are rapidly gaining on Neo Texum and Amy, reducing the distance by 2.1 seconds. Similarly, Waintra 94 and Etroivan are making strides towards Gary Z, shortening the gap by 2 seconds. Duff Dad and Wouk CB have surged to P3, surpassing Cedric and Super Lacroix. Cedric and Super Lacroix are making a strong move, narrowing the gap to Simple Markers and Tower Fitness by 7.8 seconds. However, Simple Markers and Tower Fitness counterattack, securing the 4th position by overtaking Cedric and Super Lacroix. The battle intensifies as Cedric and Super Lacroix retaliate, closing in once again by 7.8 seconds. Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness are on the move, gaining on Barbardo and Swords by 14.8 seconds. Meanwhile, Neotexum and Amy have made a solid push to take the 8th position, passing Jasuk 72 and Twix 560 in the process. Darth Blazer and Electric are now holding 10 after passing Greninjeb and Mihawk Stulika. EU's John 7 and Kazishuk are catching up to Huggard 3 and Lurky are low, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Herd 3 and Lurky Allo are making gains, closing in on Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot by 3.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Wayne 94 and Edriv Wyvern have advanced to 15th place, overtaking Gary Z in the process. Nerasol and Kamikaze 38 are making moves, advancing to pay team by passing Gary Z. Decadir Snake is now just 3.4 seconds behind Gary from Team No Name Racing. EU's John 7 and Kazishuk in the BMW Mem 1 Pro car are fiercely contesting with Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot in the Chevrolet Corvette C3 for the 12th position, creating an exciting battle in the middle of the pack. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are now in 12th place, advancing past EU's John 7 and Kazishuk. A fierce battle is unfolding for the 12th spot between Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot in a Chevrolet Corvette C3 and EU John 7 and Kazishuk in a BMW 1 Pro car. Huggard 3 and Lariki are making moves, catching up to Wayne 94 and Atruven by closing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Jasek 72 and Twix 560 are gaining on Neotexum and Amy, narrowing the distance by 4.1 seconds. Darth Blazer and Electric Murray are now in 9th position, after overtaking Neotexum and Amy. Greninjeb and Mihawk Stulika are making a strong push, catching up to Neotexum and Amy by reducing the gap by 27.4 seconds. The chase is on. Greeningjib and Mihawk's Dulaker making gains on New Texum and Amy, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Weighing Tren 94 and Etru Wyvern also closing in on Use John 7 and Kazushuk, shortening the distance by 2.2 seconds. Deikude Snake has made a move up to P19, passing Nira Sol and Kamikaze 38. A three-way battle is brewing for the 19th position between Dakota Snake, Nira Sol, and Kamikaze 38. Greeningjib and Mihawk Dulaker in the Plymouth Barracuda are fiercely contesting Palaven against Rizaldi Adha and Sirangbot in the Chevrolet Corvette V3. It's an exciting battle to watch as they maneuver around the track. Greeningjib and Mihawk Dulaker are fiercely contesting Palaven in their Plymouth Barracuda, closely followed by Rizaldi, Adha, and Sirangbot in their Chevrolet Corvette C3. Rizaldi Adha and Sirangbot now sit in 11th place after successfully passing Greeningjib and Mihawk Dulaker in the standings. New Texum in the Porsche 911, Carrera RSAR. 3 and Amy are fiercely contesting 10 against Rizaldi Adha and Sirangbot in their Chevrolet Corvette C3. It's a tight battle as they jostle for position on the track. Bobado and Swords are closing in on Susan Greenberg and Becca Jorney, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Similarly, Rizaldi Adha and Sirangbot are catching up to Darth Blazer and Electric Murray, decreasing the gap by 2 seconds. Neo Texum and Amy in the Porsche 911. Carrera RSR 3 are fiercely contesting P11 against Greninja and Mahawk Stulaker in the Plymouth Barracuda. Aira Fael and Mistone 149 are making a strong push, significantly reducing the distance to Buchisero by 16.3 seconds. The pressure is on as they aim to catch up and potentially overtake. Cedric and Super Lacroix are gaining on Duff Dad and Walk CB, cutting the distance by 18.8 seconds. Aira Fael and Miss Stone 149 have surged to P2, passing Duff Dad and Walk CB tile. Cedric and Super Lacroix continue to chase Duff Dad and Walk CB, reducing the gap by 18.8 seconds. Cedric and Super Lacroix are making impressive gains, reducing the gap to Duff Dad and Walk CB by 24.2 seconds. Jasak 72 and Twix 560 are also on the move, closing in on Simple Markers and Terra Fitness by 12.2 seconds. The competition is heating up as Cedric and Super Lacroix continue to chase down Duff Dad and Walk CB, now closing in by 24.2 seconds. Neo Texum and Amy have advanced to the 9th position, surpassing Rizaldi Adha and Sirayambot in the process. Yus Jonseven and Kazashuk are making significant gains, closing in on Grenijab and Mihawk Estulaker with a 7.7 second reduction in the gap. Darth Blazer and Electromurray have climbed up to P11, overtaking Grenijab and Mihawk Estulaker. The pressure is on as EU Jonseven and Kazashuk continue to push forward, closing that gap by 7.7 seconds. Yus Jonseven and Kazashuk have advanced to 13th place, surpassing Hugger 3 and Liriki Alo in the process. Hugger 3 and Liriki Alo have climbed up to 14th place, passing Waintra 94 and Atru Ranchat. Gary Zed from Team No Name Racing has made progress to 17th place, overtaking Waziri Sky and Nokim Bakum. Serious Guy and Nukembabakum are making a strong push, reducing the gap to Naidi and Maya by 23.5 seconds. Mirasol and Kamikaze 38 have advanced to P19, passing Dakota Snake in the process. Susanne Greenberg in the Chevrolet Camaro 69, and Becca Giron are neck and neck, with Bobardo and Swords in the Chevrolet Corvette C3, all fighting for the 5th position. It's a tight battle as they navigate the track. Cedric and Super Lacroix are making gains on Duffdad and Welk CB, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness are closing in on Bobardo and Swords, decreasing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are catching up to Neotexum and Amy, narrowing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Darth Blazer and Electramay have made a move, climbing to the 10th position by overtaking Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot. Bobardo, Swords, Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness are locked in a heated battle for the 6th position. Bobardo, Swords, Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness are currently engaged in a tight battle for the 6th position. Bobardo, Swords, Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness are currently engaged in a tight battle for the 6th position. Bobardo, Swords, Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness are all vying for the 6th position. Hugot 3 and Lariki Aloe are making significant gains on Gary Z, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. When Sirius Guy and Nukembokem are making moves, jumping to 17th position after overtaking Gary Z. Decada Snake has advanced to 19th place, passing Mira Sol and Kamikaze 38 in the process. Simpler Markers, Terra Fitness, Bobardo and Swords are in a heated battle for the 6th position. It's quite a close contest among these drivers as they jostle for position on the track. Simpler Markers, Terra Fitness, Bobardo and Swords are currently in a tight battle for the 6th position. Simpler Markers and Terra Fitness have made a bold move, climbing up to the 5th position by overtaking Susan Greenberg and Baker Joran. Susanna Greenberg and Baker Gironi are dueling it out with Simple Markers and Terra Fitness for the 5th spot. Jazak 72 and Twix 560 are making a strong push, closing in on Bobardo and Swords by 2.3 seconds. Naiba and Maya are locked in a tight battle with Wazirius Guy and Nukembukum for the 16th position. Simple Markers and Terra Fitness have made a great move to secure the 5th position, overtaking Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Gironi. It's a tight battle between them as they maneuver their Chevrolet Corvette C3 and Chevrolet Camaro 69 on the track. Daiko the Snake is methodically closing in on Wazirius Guy and Nukembukum, reducing the gap by a considerable 11.4 seconds. Neotexum Amy, Rizaldi Adha, and Sirarenbot are fiercely battling for the 9th position. Neotexum and Amy are piloting a Porsche 911 Carrera RSS R3, while Rizaldi Adha and Sirarenbot are commanding a Chevrolet Corvette C3. Daiko the Snake continues to make impressive strides towards the front pack. Neotexum and Amy are tightly competing with Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot for the 9th position. Neotexum and Amy are piloting a Porsche 911 Carrera RSR 3, while Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are handling a Chevrolet Corvette C3. Neotexum in the Porsche 911 Carrera RSS 3, and Amy are fighting Rizaldi Adha and Sirarenbot in the Chevrolet Corvette C3 for the 9th position. It's a close battle as they navigate the track. Simple Markers and Terra Fitness have advanced to the 4th position, surpassing Cedric and Super Lacroix in a swift maneuver. Welcome back, Aaron Chief. Great to have you back in the race car spectating squad. Bobardo and Swords are making significant gains, closing the gap on Simple Markers and Terra Fitness by 19.8 seconds. Cydrek and Super Liquor have jumped to 5th place, surpassing Simple Markers and Terra Fitness. Bobardo and Swords continue to pursue Simple Markers and Terra Fitness, reducing the deficit by 19.8 seconds. Naiba and Maya are making gains on Hugged 3 and Lariki Alu, reducing the difference by 2.4 seconds. Rizaldi Ata and Sir Ironbot are making some impressive moves, closing in on Jasek 72 and Twix 560, with a 21.2 second reduction in the gap. But Dr. All. Also, Darth Blazer and Electric Murray have climbed up to the 10th position, successfully overtaking New Texum and Amy. John 7 and Kazushok have made a smart move, climbing up to the 12th position by overtaking Greninjab and Mihawk's Julika. Waintra 94 and Atrevan are making a significant move, reducing the gap to Greninjab and Mihawk's Julika by 29.4 seconds. The race is heating up as they close in on the leaders. Naiba and Maya have advanced to 15th place, passing Gary Z. Gary Z has climbed to 16th place, overtaking Hargit 3 and Laraki Ello. Decadisnake is quickly reeling in Wazirius Dai and Nukambakum, closing the gap by 23.4 seconds. Mirasol and Kamikaze 38 have made a solid move up to the 19th position, successfully overtaking Decadisnake in this exciting race. Cedric and Super Lacroix have advanced to 4th place, surpassing Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Joran. Cedric and Super Lacroix are gaining on Duff Dad and Walk CB, cutting the distance by 2.5 seconds. Naiba, Maya and Gary Z are currently locked in a tight battle for the 15th position. Bobara and Swords are making an impressive surge, narrowing the gap to Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Joran by 31.2 seconds. Naiba, Maya and Gary Z are engaged in a heated battle for the 15th position on the track. Gary Z is making moves, advancing to 15th place and successfully overtaking Naiba and Maya in the process. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are making moves, advancing to 9th place by overtaking Darth Blazer and Electric Murray. Neotexum and Amy have advanced to the 10th position, successfully passing Darth Blazer and Electric Murray in the process. Jeb and Mihawkid Stuliker now in 11th position, successfully passing Darth Blazer and Electric Murray. Waintra 94 and Etroeven are making significant progress, catching up to Wayuzjum 7 and Kazishuk by reducing the gap by 25.4 seconds. The duo is putting the pressure on Darth Blazer and Electric Murray as well, closing in by 2.2 seconds. Their determination is evident as they continue to close in on Wayuzjum 7 and Kazishuk, once again reducing the gap by 25.4 seconds. Hugged 3 and Lariki Alo have advanced to the 15th position, successfully overtaking Gary Z from Team No Name Racing. Wunziri Sky and Nukambakum are making a strong charge, significantly reducing the gap to Naibi and Maya by 28.2 seconds. Deka the Snake has advanced to the 19th position, successfully passing both Nira Soul and Kamikaze 38 in a skillful move. Duff Dad and Wauk CB in the Holden Tirana Ainex are in a heated battle with Cydric and Super LaCroix in the Chevrolet Corvette C3 for third place. It's an intense showdown on the track as they vie for that podium position. Simflamarkers and Tower Fitness have been steadily gaining on Duff Dad and Woke CB, reducing the distance by 2.2 seconds. Rafael and Mystone 149 are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Bochaisaro by 2.5 seconds. Naiba and Maya are having a tough fight with Waziri Sky and Nukembakem for the 17th position. Sadrak and Super Lakoi closing in on Irefel and Mastone 149, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Daft Dad and Wauxi B now hold the third position after overtaking Cedric and Super Lacroix. Simflamarkers and Terra Fitness still fully advanced to 4th place, surpassing Cedric and Super Lacroix in a strategic move. Cedric and Super Lacroix have advanced to 4th place, surpassing Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Joran. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Joroni have climbed to 5th place, overtaking Simple Markers and Terra Fitness. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are making significant gains, catching up to Jazak 72 and Twix 560 by reducing the gap by 10.7 seconds. Bilbado and Swords have climbed to 7, passing Jazak 72 and Twix 560. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot continue to close in on Jazak 72 and Twix 560, maintaining their momentum. Gary No Name is now in a close pursuit of Hugger 3 and Larikiolo, managing to reduce the gap by 230 seconds. Amy has managed to overtake Sir Ironbot, moving up a spot. Darth Blazer and Electromane making moves, now up to 11th position after overtaking Greenidgy and Mihawk's Julaka. Welcome back to Wally. Great to have you back watching the race car speed by with us. Use John 7 and Kazushuk are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Grenijeb and Mihawk's Julaka by 2.4 seconds. The competition is heating up. Waintra 94 and Etruavern are rapidly catching up to Greninja and Mihawk Julaka, reducing the gap by a significant 30 seconds. The pressure is on as Waintra 94 and Etruvan make their move towards the front of the pack. Gary Z from Team No Name Racing has made an impressive move up to 15th place, successfully overtaking Huggard 3 and Liriki Allo in the process. Huggard 3 and Liriki Allo are rapidly catching up to Naidi and Maya, reducing the gap by 24.3 seconds. Dakota Snake is swiftly catching up to Winzerius Guy and Nukambokam, reducing the distance by 23.2 seconds. Nearasol and Kamikaze 38 have advanced to the 19th position, surpassing Decade Snake from Team Racing Potatoes. Huggard 3 and Liriki have advanced to the 16th position, successfully passing Naibi and Maya in a thrilling maneuver. Bobardo and Swords are making a move, closing in on Simple Markers and Tower Fitness by reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Gary Z is gaining on Waintra 94 and Itra Vermery, reducing the difference by 2.7 seconds. Huggard 3, Liriki Alo, Naiba, and Maya are all fighting for the 16th position. Huggard 3 and Liriki Alo are both in Shelby Cobra 427 SC cars, while Naiba and Maya are piloting Ferrari 365 GTB 4 Daytonas. It's a tight battle as they maneuver around the track. Winzerius Guy and Nukambokam are making moves, cutting the distance to Huggard 3 and Liriki Elo by 2.4 seconds. Irafe and Milestone 149 are charging ahead, narrowing the distance to Booker 0 by 23.4 seconds. Naida and Maya are locked in a fierce battle with Huggard 3 and Liriki Alo for the 16th position on the track. It's a showdown between the Ferrari 365 GTB 4 Daytona and the Shelby Cobra 427. Naiban and Maya have made a move up to 15th place, passing Huggard 3 and Liriki Alo. Huggard 3 and Liriki Alo have advanced to 16th place, overtaking Gary Z in the process. Sidak and Super Lacroix making a strong move to claim third position, overtaking Duff Dad and Waxy Boyolo. Naiba and Maya are in a tight battle with Hugger 3 and Lariki Alo for the 15th spot. Meanwhile, Wunzirius Guy and Ukembokem are closing in on Gary Z, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds. Jasak 72 and Twix 5. 60 are making a strong move, catching Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Jorani with a 31.6 second gain. Dakota Snake advances to P19, surpassing Mira Sol and Kamikaze 38. Rizaldi Adha and Sirironbot are making a significant move, closing in on Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Jorani by 28.3 seconds. Rizaldi Adha and Sirironbot are closing in on Suzanne Greenberg and Baker Jorani, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Ringing Jeb and Mihawk's Dulaker have advanced to 11th place, passing Darth Blazer and Electric Marie. Bucky Beninity and Edelbach are catching up to Mira Sol and Kamikaze 38, decreasing the distance by 2.2 seconds. Wayne 94 and Etru Ivan are making a strong push, cutting the lead of Oyuz John 7 and Kazashuk by a significant 25.7 seconds. Oyuz John 7 and Kazashuk are also gaining on Darth Blazer and Electric Mary, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. It seems like Wayne 94 and Etru Vern are relentless in their pursuit, once again closing in on Oyuz John 7 and Kazashuk by 25.7 seconds. Hugot Free and Liuki Alo are making impressive gains, narrowing the distance to Wayne 94 and Etravon by 29 seconds. Keep an eye on this exciting battle unfolding on the track. Symphomarkers and Terra Fitness are making impressive progress, reducing the gap to Cydric and Super Lacroix by 24 seconds. Meanwhile, Greninjib and Mihawk Gizduaka have advanced to 10th place, overtaking Neo Texum and Amy in the process. Rizaldi Adha and Sir Ironbot are making impressive progress, closing in on Jasak 72 and Twix 560 by 9 seconds. Dekada Snake is charging ahead, narrowing the gap to Naibi and Maya by 34.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Simple Markers and Tower Fitness have climbed to 6th place, overtaking Bobardo and Swords. Welcome back to the stream, the Jedi Muffin. Perfect timing, you just caught the most intense race of the day. Ayahafaya and Milestone 149 are making a move on Butcher Zero, reducing the distance between them by 2.6 seconds. Gary Z is making a move, closing in on Hugger 3 and Luriki Alo, narrowing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Neotexum and Amy have advanced to Pen by passing Greenjib and Mihoki Julika. Darth Blazer and Electric Murray have made a bold move up to the 11th position, successfully overtaking Greninjab and Mihawk's Julika. Yusum 7 and Kazashok are making impressive progress, closing in on Greninjab and Mihawk's Julika by a substantial 29.8 seconds. Gary Z is making moves, climbing to 15th place by overtaking Hugger 3 and Namiraki Alo. Naiba and Maya have impressively advanced to 17th place, successfully overtaking Waziri Sky and Nukembukum in the process. Waziri Sky and Nukembukum are gaining ground on Nabi and Maya, reducing the gap by 5.1 seconds. Dekada Snake is swiftly catching up to Waziri Sky and Nukembukum, closing in by 23.4 seconds. Waziri Sky and Nukembukum are continuing their pursuit of Nabi and Maya, shortening the gap by 5.1 seconds. Nearasol and Kamikaze 38 are making impressive progress, narrowing the distance to Dekada Snake by 29.4 seconds. The pressure is on as they continue to close in on Dekada Snake. Kokibinenity and Edelbach are making gains on Neurosol and Kamikaze 38, reducing the distance by 2.2 seconds. Naiba and Maya are gaining ground on Huggard Free and Lariki Alo, narrowing the distance by 2.1 seconds. Kokibinenity and Edelbach are making their move, catching up to Neurosol and Kamikaze 38, with a 2.1 second gap reduction. Kokibinenity and Edelbach are making a move, reducing the distance to Neurosol and Kamikaze 38 by 2.1 seconds. The pressure is on as they work to catch up. Kokibinenity and Edelbach are making significant progress, narrowing the distance to Neurosol and Kamikaze 38 by 2.5 seconds. Kokibinenity and Edelbach have advanced to the 20th position, successfully overtaking Neurosol and Kamikaze 38. Kokibinenity and Edelbach are steadily closing in on Dakota Snake from Team Racing Potatoes, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. The competition is heating up. Niall and Maya are rapidly gaining on Huggard 3 and Lariki Alo, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Similarly, Koki Beninity and Edelbach are closing in on Dika de Snake from Racing Potatoes, narrowing the distance by 2.1 seconds. The competition is heating up as these pairs jostle for better positions on the track. Welcome back to the channel, Elvanini. It's great to have you here again. Let's enjoy some AI racing together. Renangyeb and Mihawk's Julaka are making a solid move, reducing the distance to Darth Blazer and Electric Murray by 2.1 seconds. Pogfree and Lariki have advanced to 15th place, passing Gary Z. Naiba and Maya are making significant gains on Gary Z, reducing the gap by 27 seconds. The pressure is on as they continue to close in on him. Bobado and Swords are catching up to Simple Markers and Tower Fitness, narrowing the distance by 2.1 seconds. Koki Beninity and Edelbach are also making gains on Decutter Snake from Team Racing Potatoes, closing in by 2.2 seconds. Mirasol and Kamikaze 38 have made a solid move, climbing to 20th place, overtaking Koki Beninity and Edelbach in the process. Welcome back, Joey the Kangaroo 333. Kangaroo Party Yay Papa, great to have you back in the race car spectating crew. Racing car dashing away.